Alright guys, so what we're doing, we're making ramen lasagna. What we have is ramen noodles, as you see right here. What we're doing is we're taking 3 packages out. Alright, what I'm going to do to these next is cut in between the center here to open them up a little bit. And then I'm going to lay them and boil them. And these are going to be our layers to our ramen lasagna. Because we got to cut this in half, right? So you can either use a knife to get in there, but if you don't have a knife to get in there, it's real simple. Break it apart. Wow. Tough, right? Flame. So we're going to put our cast iron on there with just a little bit of water in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our ramen noodles right there in it. Just a little bit, about a 1/4 inch. And you can flavor that any way you want to, it's up to you. My cast iron skillet's already seasoned, so it's good to go. GTG, that's what I like to say. What's going to happen is it's going to come up to a boil. It's going to loosen these noodles up a little bit. And this is going to be our noodles for our ramen lasagna. That's what they're going to look like. And then once we get these things going, you'll see what it looks like later, baby. So we got the noodles set up already. So luckily enough, my sweet wife had some onions she already chopped up. So we're good on onions. So I may have wanted to use more of this, but you know what? We use what we have, and that's what we're going to use. What I'm going to do next is get some garlic up and chop. Probably about 2-3 cloves of garlic. My way of chopping up garlic is I just simply smash, 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 and then peel. And you see this little green part, that's just a sprout, alright? People see green things in their little garlic, you know, it doesn't really make sense if you throw it away. That's probably about 2 1/4 tablespoons of garlic that I'm going to use. And with this onion, we're about to brown up some ground beef. What we're going to do first, it's a seasoned pan. I had cooked a little bit, dried things out, cleaned it up a little bit, but it's a seasoned pan. What I'm going to do is go ahead and drop in my custom blend meat. And that is what's going to give me my fat to cook all the vegetables and stuff, the onions and the garlic. Well, I am Southern, sweetheart. I'm country as it comes. And again, just mix that junk around. And you can always add some granulated garlic, granulated onion in there. That's fine. But what we want to do is get this thing going and ground up. I'm going to go ahead and add my garlic because I ain't got to worry about that being burned either. So we're going to mix that garlic around, and again we're just going to let that go, let the steam hit it. Guess what's one thing that comes with ramen noodles? A flavor packet. And that flavor packet is full of seasoning. We're going to add, so that's 1 and that's 2. So we're going to add that to it. And we're going to see how that goes. Turn this temperature down a little bit. I done evaporated all the water, so I'm good there. So what I want to do now is just get all this mixed in. And what I want to find out is once I get it all mixed in and ground up, I want to know what the flavor is on it. Take a little bit and then give it to Brooke. Does it need more?
Tastes pretty fine.
Tastes pretty fine. All right.
Tastes flavorful.
Does it taste flavorful? All right. This bowl here is what we're going to put our filling in. All right. So it's not really lasagna unless you have some ricotta cheese. Pop a knife in here and clean it up and then squeeze. And guess what we have? We have ricotta cheese. Right there. Next, what we're going to do is throw in a little Italian blend cheese. So we're going to reserve a little bit for the top. This right here is going to be our filling. So next I'm going to throw in a little bit of Parmesan. We're looking at maybe 1.5 cups, 2 cups of cheese thrown in there. So we get it going. But guess what? We need a binder. I'm going to go the traditional route and add a couple of eggs. Eggs are a beautiful binder. What I want to do is just mix this all together. And eggs are a great binder. I know ricotta is a binder as well. But I think the eggs add a nice little bit to this. What I will add to this is some kosher salt and some black pepper. Now, if you don't know what pepper is, then you have not been eating right, because salt and pepper are the staples of all recipes. Oh, this is looking good. Look at here, it's mixing well. Alright, so this is our pan. So again, this isn't going to be a large serving. It'd be great for a family of 3 or 4. So I'm taking butter, just a pat of butter. And if you don't know what a pat is, it's a tablespoon. We're going to take this and throw it in the oven. Honestly, if you wanted to melt the butter, you can go ahead and melt the butter. I didn't, so I'll throw it in there and let it melt up. These noodles we cooked earlier. And we're only going to do 2 layers of noodles because we both know that I only use 3. My original intention was that if I did this, they would stay still, you know, in plank form, but they didn't. And some Italian seasoning. Now you can also put this into your ricotta. You can put it into your sauce. Whatever you want to do. I'm just doing it this way because honestly, I forgot to do that. So I'm adding fennel seeds throughout here because fennel seeds give you that fennel flavor, which reminds you of Italian sausage. I'm gonna add the meat in here. If you use a whole pound of meat in this size of a container, or this serving size, you more than likely are gonna have some meat left over. Now I'm gonna put the ricotta mixture in here. Nice thick layer of this because remember it's only a 2-layer lasagna. Alright, so that's layer 1. Now let's add layer 2. And as you see, it still sticks together a little bit. Add some more sauce. So I'm going to add the next layer of meat. You know what? I might be able to add all this meat. And that whistle you heard was my call to Jersey. And that's our little dog. She cleans up everything after us. So now, last step. Throw on the ricotta. So next we're going to wrap this up with some tin foil. Normally I would recommend putting some oil on it just to keep it from sticking to the top. But I'm being lazy right now, so I don't really care. So if you look, if you follow me over here, you see the oven 400 degrees. Open her up. What's that say right there, Miss Brooklyn?
Says
425, right?
yep.
So that tells us our oven lies to us, unless you have a legitimate oven thermometer in there. All right, so give it 20 minutes and we'll holler back. Wee! I tell you what, 400 degrees is hot. Oh, look at that little tinning thing work, my dude. Look at there. That's a technique that you can see on Top Chef. Well, not really. You can see that at my place right here. All right, so it all stayed up right there. So we're good. So what we're gonna do now is we wanna brown this off. Pretty much everything is cooked through. You can see where it started bubbling up around the edges, so you know all the sauce is cooked. So follow me over here, Miss Brooklyn. We're gonna put her back in the oven at 400 degrees. And I would say put it on 5 minutes, but look at it, it could take 10. What you want is browning on top. Next, we're gonna pull her on out. This is our Ramen Lasagna. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Would love to have more browning, but I think it looks pretty good. We're gonna set it right over here and let her sit and rest. Cause who likes molten lava? Brooke, you like eating molten lava?
Nope.
Neither do I.